Yo, what's good, man? Yo, what up, baby? It's your boy Joenojoseph, and I'm back at it again with another one, you feel me? Today, yo, we hopping into another little mixed video, but it's some solo stuff today, man. We got this Perrie Unfiltered Glamour interview, you know what I'm saying? She's talking about pretty much all the stuff that's kind of, you know, held her back in life, as well as like some of the things she's been through. It's just an awesome video, man, and I'm proud to get into it. You guys know, I love Perrie, man. Perrie's the shizzle. It took me a while to kind of like really love her the way that I love her now, but I love Little Mix, and if she's part of Little Mix, I love her too. It's not even just like that, like she's fucking awesome. Ever since the beginning, I've said that Perrie has the greatest vocals, you feel me? Like, her shit is fire, bro. She has such a strong voice. She's amazing, you know what I mean? It was just some other things I couldn't really get over, and we're not gonna get into that now. It's okay. I love her now. We're gonna get into it. Oh, let's go ahead, baby. Don't forget, if you guys haven't already, man, make sure you guys cut those flipping bells on. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys follow the channel. And bring a friend along, man. It's a good time. Let's go. Whoa, it's a serious video. Let me simmer down.
Like you, who's a role model to so many different people, different walks of life and everything, it will just help people so much.
I hope so. Even though a year and a half ago I never thought I'd be in this position, I'm just buzzing that I kind of overcome it.
That's still crazy, bro, how stuff can change in a year.
Welcome back to Glamour with me, Josh Smith, and today we are joined by a legend. Perrie Edwards, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
You good?
Very good.
I mean, you're stepping out on your own for the first time with the Superga campaign. How's that feel?
Yeah, it's been so good today. I've had the best day ever.
Yeah.
Really fun.
How's it feel stepping away from your like security blanket of the girls, would you say? Yeah.
At first, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, but yeah, it's been really good.
Because one thing that I really respect for you recently, you've opened up about your anxiety, and like your post about it was so powerful.
Thank
it was
you.
really moving, and it's really incredible to see someone like you using your position for the greater good, and to also speak to your fans.
Yo, can we take a second? Hold on, we gotta wait till they zoom out. Hold on.
What's that experience?
Shorty look dummy good right now. Hold up, you feel me? The denim fit, swaggy. I know that's not the point. I'm just saying. I feel like it had to be said. Let's go.
Yeah.
When it first started happening to me, like it felt so like it had never happened to anyone before. I can't explain it. It was almost because I didn't know what was happening. We were preparing for the Glory Days tour.
Yeah.
And I always have mini breakdowns during tour because learning that much choreography and learning everything.
I mean, it's a lot.
It's intense. It's so intense. It's so mentally and physically draining. Although it's fun, it's hard work. I don't know if it's come with being in the industry and knowing that people are constantly looking at me and constantly want a piece of me, or there might be a pap somewhere or something like that. I don't know what triggered it, but it's just happened. When I was going through the physical attacks and the panic attacks, because I think I've always had anxiety. I just don't think it's ever been triggered in a way that it's become like a physical attack. So when it first started happening to me, it was just so scary because I didn't know what was going on. Like, I was ringing doctors, I was ringing everybody like, I'm dying. I've just had a heart attack and survived it. Like, I thought I was genuinely, there was something wrong with me. And then the reason I never wanted to speak about it before is because every time someone said, oh, I've got a bit of anxiety, or I have a bit of this, it would trigger it and then it would happen. It was almost like speaking about it made it kind of come out. It was like this devil that I was terrified of. But it's just your mind kind of, I guess, trying to prepare yourself for something bad that's going to happen, but it's just odd. I don't know. So what helped me the most, it sounds awful, not saying that I wanted other people to be experiencing it, but like I looked into it and I noticed that Ellie Goulding came out and said that she had bad anxiety and she couldn't get the car to the studio. And I read that Fern Cotton was like on the motorway in her car and she had a physical attack, and it was terrifying, and
wow,
it started to kind of make me feel a bit more normal. I'm a completely different person to what I was a year and a half ago. So when I put that on social media, I just thought, I'm just gonna be honest about it. So I'm just really glad I did it, because I do think social media has kind of taken over everyone's lives right now. Like, especially the youngins.
Because the crazy thing is, we do live in very anxious times because of social media.
Exactly.
But the amazing thing is you've used social media as a greater force for greater good, and you're talking about it, it's helping other people. But do you have a love-hate relationship with social media?
Hell
of course. On one hand, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
We can go online every day, talk to our fans, be really close, have this connection with them. But then on the other hand, you go on Instagram and you see people living these ideal lifestyles and people looking perfect 24/7. And you look at it and you think, well, why don't I look like that? And why don't I have a private jet every day? And why don't I have a Bentley parked outside? And it starts to really mess with your head, and you start to feel like you're not good enough, and it makes you feel a bit shit. And like, it's trying to differentiate what's real and what's not. And social media, a lot of the time, it isn't real.
And
It's crazy how like super facts this is. You know what I'm saying? Like, social media is crazy, bro. Even on here, like, it honestly blows my mind, because anytime like one of the videos hits like right when it hits like over like 2,500 views, maybe, that's when all the hate starts coming. Like, that's when people start disliking. That's when people start commenting like, oh, this is trash. And then you got people who just follow. Like, there's literally people who literally just see the comment and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say it's trash too. And then they don't even watch it. Like, it blows my mind, bro. Like, there's this video I uploaded. It was like a Little Mix video, actually, I think. I want to say it was a Blackpink video. And it got like 25 something K, maybe, or like 30K. And literally there were people, like, the video got like 30,000 views, right? But the average view was only like 3 minutes or 2 minutes or something like that. And it was like a 12-minute video. And so people were like, oh man, this is like, I didn't like how you said this or something like that. Or they're like, oh, you're ugly. Or like, oh man, I don't like how you talk. Or I don't like your background. Or I don't like this. And I'm like, okay, so just like, don't watch the video. Like, why you gotta comment it? You know what I'm saying? Like, the only people I want to give me some type of like constructive criticism are the ones who are gonna sit through and watch the whole video. Like, that is when your opinion matters. If you didn't watch the whole video, your opinion doesn't mean shit. It doesn't at all.
it's great, like we were saying, that you are using your platform to talk about the anxiety and things like that, because then you can talk about a journey and then people can almost go on it with you as well. And then that shows it's a positive thing and not a negative thing as well. Because when you think about that journey, about the journey you've gone on with anxiety, from like the start till now, how has your self-confidence grown in order to take steps to overcome it?
Weirdly, when I first started experiencing the panic attacks, I developed a fear of being on my own. So like, still now, it's a lot better than it was, but when it first started happening, I kept saying like, if I have a panic attack and I'm on my own, what do I do? I've got nobody to kind of reason with me, and I can't rationalize it in my head, and I can't make sense of it at the time. So if I haven't got anybody with me, what do I do? So like, it got to the point where my mum was kind of coming to the studio with me. She was driving to work with me because I just couldn't get in a car on my own. I'd be in a car for 2 seconds and I'd be like, turn it around, I have to go home. Like, it would freak me out. I just wouldn't be able to leave the house without feeling normal. And like, getting the train, like even now, my boyfriend lives in Manchester, because obviously he plays for Liverpool. So when he moved, it was just like, it was crap. And then once this started happening, I thought, oh God, this is horrendous. I still can't get the train on my own. Like, it freaks me out. I feel really claustrophobic. I just feel uneasy. But like, obviously it was horrendous at one point, and I couldn't even, if my mum was like, I'm going to the shop for a bottle of milk, I'd sweat. Like, I'd sweat and I'd panic, and I'd be like, please don't leave me on my own, because the second you leave that door, I'm gonna have a panic attack and I'm on my own. Like, what do I do? And then it got to the point where I was like, right, Mum, you go to the shop, right, and take your phone, and then as soon as you've been gone and I start to feel a bit funny, like, I'll ring you. And I did the same with Alex's mum, Wendy. She's been incredible. Like, it was Christmas time and she was like, I'm gonna go walk the dog and I'll be gone for like 2 minutes, and then I'll take my phone, and if you need me, ring, and I can run back. And I was like, right, okay. And I'd try and stay as long as I could without ringing her, but I'd be like shaking. It was so weird. And she would like say, find something to keep your mind occupied, and like do like paint. So my mum got me these little dolls and I started painting them. I was literally like shaking like this, thinking, don't ring her, you're an adult, come on, you can do it. And it's like battling with your
so crazy,
like,
bro.
Yourself. It's just weird.
It's real, bro.
But
like, anxiety is so real, man, and so many people like try and downplay it and like say like, oh, you're just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not enough people put a lot of recognition behind it. And because there are a lot of people out here who like try to like play the anxiety role, which sucks, bro. Like, I used to have panic attacks really bad, and honestly, like, I can say that my anxiety was like put on because of me. Like, I did it myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be a complete fuck up. Like, I used to literally just be the most trash human being in history, and that's why I used to have so many panic attacks and so much anxiety. But it happens, you know what I mean? And it was kind of shocking to me to believe that like it happens to people who Like they didn't like they're not doing anything. You know what I mean? Like they're not like inflicting it on themselves. It's just literally they're battling their own mind. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. Like it's so crazy. This means so much, bro, that she was able to come out and talk about all this, because it's so hard to like be weak in front of people, especially when, sorry, that was disgusting. Especially when all of the people that even listen to you or like look at you or like are gonna be hearing what you're saying are people who think you're like the most powerful person ever, like people who think you're like the strongest human being ever, like people who think that like you can't experience any downfall. So it's really crazy, bro. It really is.
The more I did it, the better it got. My best friend Ellie / cousin, she moved in with me, and it's obviously helped, and now she can go out with her friends and I'm cool, like I'm all right on my own. Like it sounds ridiculous, but it's almost like I needed to be babysat for a long time, and I still struggle now. Like I wouldn't be able to just go somewhere on my own, like get on the train and go somewhere on my own. I just can't do that anymore. From when I look back now to this kind of weird wobble that I had, I never thought I'd be where I am now, because I never thought there was a way out. And then I thought, you can't live your life like that. How am I going to have a career? How am I going to get on stage and perform? How am I going to meet the fans? How am I going to do any of the stuff that I love doing if I don't leave the house? So it was like doing a step by step, like learning to bloody walk again. It was just weird. Once I got out the house a bit more, my mum didn't have to come to work with me anymore, and then I was fine. Then I started traveling on my own. I can get in a car and go to Manchester now, and I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm still a bit uneasy about the train.
Yeah. I mean, trains aren't for everyone, babe.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
But yeah, it's just finding coping mechanisms. I'm constantly getting better. I'm constantly not letting it defeat me, and
there you go,
it's
girl.
Just one step at a time, I think.
I think we all need to remember we're on a journey, right?
Yes, we
and
are.
I think the thing you said in the post where you said, I've been in a relationship with my mind for 25 years, is such a powerful statement, because we need to realize we're actually in a relationship with ourselves.
Yeah, we are.
And I don't think there's enough of that. Like, we don't realize that. And we're not like, oh, let's work on my relationship with myself. What are the coping mechanisms for you?
My dog.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Hachi is literally my sanity. Like,
And so cute as well.
I know. When everybody's out, if I've got Hachi, I'm cool. Like, I'm fine. I've got my little mate. I'm good. He keeps me sane. Talking to a stranger, like, that helps massively. Speaking to someone who has no idea what's going on in your life, you just let it all out. And it's the best feeling in the world. Like, therapy for me helped hugely.
And it's amazing you can sit here and not be ashamed about it as well.
Yeah,
because I think
it's
a lot of
amazing.
people feel that if they go see a therapist, they're like, oh my God, the shame.
I can't tell people
Why do you
I'm out
think
here
that?
talking
I don't
to
know,
other people about my
because
problems.
I thought,
Like,
if I tell everybody I've been to therapy, they're going to think I'm nuts. At one point, I thought my mum was going to have to send me somewhere, because I was having these dark thoughts. I was thinking differently than the way I would. I'm a very positive, outgoing, bubbly, sunshine person.
Yeah.
So when this happened, it was like from that to that, and I was thinking dark thoughts that was freaking me out, and then the more I thought about it, it would freak me out even more. I just think even if you're feeling a bit down at work, or you're feeling a bit down about things that are going on in your family, or just anything, it's nice to speak to people.
Yeah.
Like, it's nice to talk. If you've got a friend or a teacher or just anyone who you know will listen for 5 minutes, it's just the best thing ever to let it out.
and guys, ladies, everyone who's watching, hit me up, man. I will give you all the time in the world, yo. If you're going through anything, if you need anything, let me know, please, okay? I'm here for it.
It's very empowering as well. People need to realize that anything that you can take on to make yourself feel better, it can be a very empowering experience for you. And you go forward. And there's a really interesting thing that I saw the other day, where someone said, if you tell your head to stop doing something, it won't, because if you tell it's just like an organ in your body, because if you tell your heart to stop beating, it won't stop beating.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, and when I heard that, I was like, oh my God, this makes so much sense, because we spend so much time beating ourselves up, trying to be like, mind, stop doing this.
And it sounds so easy, yo. Like, don't think that you just gotta like one day cut it off. Like Perrie was saying, like it's like a step-by-step thing. Like it's a take it day by day, slow, and find yourself. That's it. That's really it.
Whereas if you go through the motions of it and sit down and actually
Kind of
theorize it
go
and
with
talk
it
through
a bit,
someone,
yeah.
it actually helps so much.
Yeah, totally. And we're human. We're gonna go through things. We're gonna go through hard times and hard periods of our life, and it's not gonna be an easy ride all the time. And I think that's what we forget. Again, social media, it seems that way. People think that people are living these idyllic lives, and it's not. And there's bumps in the road, and there's gonna be. And I think that's life.
I've seen you go through so many different stages of your life, like in the public area, and you've been going through quite private times at the same time. Like you were going through this anxiety at the same time as you probably having to go out and do interviews and perform and be happy. Like, how did you learn to like treasure your private life in the very public world and work on yourself away from this public world?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
That is really hard. I think sometimes when you're in this industry, you kind of have to be the actress sometimes. It does suck that you can't show your emotion 24/7 because you have to be on the camera, you have to be ready to do an interview. Like,
facts.
You can be heartbroken and just want to get in bed and throw the quilt over your head and never come out for a week and eat ice cream and be miserable, but instead you have a performance to prepare for and interviews to do. And sometimes it's better, because I think if I didn't have work at the time that all of
I'd be lost,
like
bro.
the anxiety
like
was
even
going
these
on, I wouldn't have
videos.
went.
Oh my god.
Like if I didn't have 3 other girls to think about and be strong for, and all the fans that wanted to see the show be the best it could possibly be, I don't think I would have came back to work.
Well, I think you're just so incredible that you're here right now saying this.
Thanks.
Because it's honestly like, I can't imagine having to do that. Like, we all have moments when we're like, right, we have to cope because of other people.
Yeah.
But when you're doing it for like millions of fans, that can be so daunting, and you've actually got through it, and I just think you're amazing. Oh,
Why did I know you were going to make me cry?
I was not.
You made Leanne cry.
No. Oh my God, I'm gonna get a reputation.
Leanne, next? Let me
You
know.
actually are.
This is why I've got so much respect for you girls, because you've done so much incredible stuff to help people, and you haven't just sat there, and you could very easily have sat here today and like brushed over all the things that you've gone through. But anyone who watches this is really going to help them. Like, I go through anxious moments, we all go through anxious moments, and like hearing someone like you who's a role model to so many different people of different walks of life and everything, it will just help people so much.
I hope so.
Yeah, and it will. And also,
Good.
even just like, for instance, when you went through and you just came out about your freckles and you were like, yeah, I just want to be really proud about that. That's another amazing thing you've done as well.
Thanks.
And I think you should take the time to pat yourself on the back, because you've honestly helped so many people, and you can see that in your fan base.
Yeah, I hope so. That's why I did it. So even though a year and a half ago I never thought I'd be in this position, I'm just buzzing that I kind of overcome it.
Yeah, buzzing. And you should be. You should be buzzing.
Thanks.
And I do love that thing that you said about the freckles as well, because I think we're living in such like a pressured beauty industry still. How has your relationship with the beauty industry changed, do you think?
When I was younger, I remember I was in the playground and we were playing Catchy Kisses. And one of the boys was like, yeah, let's play Catchy Kisses. And I was like, okay. And then I was thinking, God, I really hope someone catches me for a smooch.
Yeah.
And I ran and I looked behind and there wasn't one person chasing me. They were all after Nicola. And I remember thinking, what about me?
Yeah.
And I remember one of the boys was like, oh, don't kiss her, she's well freckly. And I remember thinking, what the heck? What is wrong with my freckles? And I hated them. And I went home and I was like, Mom, I'm thinking of getting a skin peel. And she was like, what? And I was like, you know, surely they can peel off your skin and put new skin on. And she was like, what is wrong with you? Why?
That's so crazy to me, bro, because she looks bro, I'm gonna tell you, when I forgot who it was, this girl tagged me in Perrie's freckle video, like right after I did like a little mixed video. I want to say it was like their private struggles or something made public. It was something like that. And I was like, dang, I didn't even know Perrie had like freckles like that. And she showed me this picture, bro, and Perrie looks, oh my God, bro. Like, I could look at Perrie for days, for years with just the freckles. Like, that right there, like, I was like, damn, shorty, like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, she looks dummy good with the freckles. I don't know, man, kids are weird too, bro, like, especially when you're younger. Like, that playground shit, like, don't let that hold you back now, baby. You beautiful, okay? All y'all out here with the freckies, trust me, as soon as you turn like 17, 18, niggas gonna be on you, okay? People gonna be on you, period. Ain't even just dudes, ain't even just gonna be girls. Everybody gonna love you, okay?
Why are you saying this? And I was like, because the boys want to kiss me because apparently I'm too freckly. And she was like, that is nonsense. She was like, you wait till blah, blah, they all want to kiss you. Nah. My mum always knew I'd be a star.
Oh, she knew it.
She just knew.
She knew it.
And yeah,
now
just
the boys
like,
are trying to kiss you, babe.
but isn't it awful
Yeah.
though that it gives you a complex? Like, and even my scar, like growing up being in the dressing rooms, getting changed in front of all the other girls, and I had this big scar on my stomach, and I just Like, it's just a lot when you're a kid. You think it's the end of the world. You'd think that if you've got freckles or it's something you're insecure about, like scars and everything like that, like it's horrendous. It's the end of the world. Why can't I be normal? Why can't I have a normal stomach? And as you get older, you think, damn, I think it's pretty quirky.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I love freckles.
It makes
I'm like
you
this
different.
in the sun.
That's what makes
now,
you
trying to get
you know?
more because I just love them. Whereas when I was a kid, it was different. But I just think when you're a kid, everything's 10 times worse. You worry about the silliest things, like, don't you? So I think age definitely helped me. I've always said you can't please everyone. If I'm trying to please people, why do I have to do something that makes me unhappy, like wear loads of foundation to make my skin look flawless, when people are still going to say I look shit and they're going to say why she wearing too much makeup? So I may as well just be myself and then let it be that.
Well, I think you're beautiful inside and out, babes.
Thanks, straight out.
I really do. And thanks for taking the time out to talk to me and share that message, because I think even with what you were saying about being in the school playground and having freckles, like, that's happening to someone out there right now. And it's great that they can look up to you and be like, oh my God, when I get to that age, I'm going to feel powerful, I'm going to feel empowered.
Yeah.
You're epic.
Yay.
Thanks so much. You're the
Thank
best.
you so much.
For more amazing, empowering videos like this with such epic, empowering women as Perrie, make sure you subscribe to the Glamour UK channels now.
They're awesome, man. Little Mix is amazing. Every member is amazing. I love Little Mix, okay? A lot of you guys in the comment section don't realize how much I actually enjoy these girls and how much they've, like, kind of changed my life. There's a couple of you that have actually, like, really made me feel, like, super good about, like, doing this and whatnot. There's a couple of you who just suck, okay? It's okay. You know what I mean? I'm here for it. I'm here for the bad comments. I'm here for the good comments. I'm honestly probably going to stop reading the comments after a while. No, I'm not. I told myself, until I hit, like, where I start getting, like, 1 million comments or something like that, like, I'm gonna keep on replying to all the comments and, like, trying to actually interact with you guys, because I really like it. Like, it's honestly really, really important to me. So if you guys enjoy it and you guys enjoy me, man, make sure you guys subscribe and cut those bells on, and make sure you guys come to my back in them comment section. There's a lot of you who do, but make sure y'all come to my back. Don't be a follower, you know what I'm saying? If you see something and you know, like, that my intentions were pure about it, then say something, you know what I'm saying? Don't let people drag people down, you know what I'm saying? Always stick up for your friends, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, my DMs are always open. If you guys ever need to talk, if you guys ever are going through anything, you know what I'm saying? Hit me up, man. I'm literally up at least 18 hours out of the 24 hours a day anyway. So hit me up. I really want to be here for you guys, all right? Thank you guys so much again for just being here. Thank you guys so much again for subscribing. And thank you guys so much again for putting me on to these amazing women. Peace.